So yeah, hello to another one. We are in Silverstone, one of my recent favorites, I think. And yeah, after the last episode, I am feeling amazing. Yeah, I kinda messed up first sector here on my first try. Or maybe second try, I don't know, but maybe I went twice, so yeah. Oh no, this is my last try. So I went aggressive at I'm gaining. So yeah, I'll let you see the sector to that's where I gained a lot. Yeah, that was amazing. I can always bring surprises in Silverstone, I guess. But yeah, before again on the right track, 2/10 of pole. Yeah, Hamilton is nowhere for some reason. I outqualified the Mercedes. Crazy.
The pain of parting is nothing to the joy of meeting again. And how joyous indeed it is to be back at Silverstone once more for the British Grand Prix. The queues to get in this morning extended miles back down the A43, such is the enthusiasm for Formula One in this country. Straddling the border of Northamptonshire and Buckinghamshire, the 18 corners of the Silverstone circuit form the 3.6-mile beating heart of Formula One. It's been reinvented over the years, with Turn 1 now the fast right-hander of Abbey, along with two DRS zones on the Wellington and Hangar Straights respectively. But the magic of racing is as strong here as it's ever been. With me today is a man who's no stranger to the thrills of Silverstone. He's a past winner here in sports cars, of course. It's our good friend Anthony Davidson. You seem particularly excited for this one, Ant. Is there something you want to tell me?
Oh, just looking forward to it, Crofty. It's always a very special atmosphere, and also I started karting in the late 1980s, and I was here for that epic race in 1986 with Mansell and Piquet fighting each other right here at my home Grand Prix. So coming back to Silverstone always means a lot, and looking at the crowd today, it's clear that none of that spirit has been lost. And also, we just have such a fantastic field this year, some very close competition and conditions that should make for some great racing. I can't wait.
You're above where we expected on the grid. Be careful not to lose places, as there will be faster cars around you.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Nico Rosberg will start his Silver Arrow from pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen and Manor, Lewis Hamilton and Raikkonen, Ricciardo, Bottas, Massa and Sergio Perez, Alonso, Hulkenberg, Carlos Sainz and Wehrlein, Gutierrez, Kvyat, Jenson Button and Roman Grosjean. Magnussen and Palmer, Marcus Ericsson and Felipe Nasser starts from the back of the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And let's go. All on softs. I have a great second phase traction. And I'm going to P3. Vettel basically ruined his chances from in the front row. Max on the clean side, me with better traction. P3. Ooh, I'm almost lost it here. Had to cut the track. I don't mind it. We are gaining a lot. Can we fight and get P2 maybe? I think they will overtake me, but especially Max is fast around here. So at least maybe let's have fun, I guess. Again, yeah, this section, it's not very overtake friendly, but yeah. Amazing start so far. I don't think a podium is possible. I think this track especially it's a very car chassis and overall performance dependent. So yeah, now Hamilton is warming me. I try to get P2, but yeah, it's not easy on this track. We went very early, lap 5 in the pits, overtook Hamilton in the pits. That's important. On the mediums, yeah, I think maybe P5 is possible. P6. An overcut can be strong here, so maybe the Ferraris will overcut me for sure. Yeah, Magnussen out. I crashed into Saubers, they were staying out, I think. Yeah. Too aggressive from him. He's the only one to blame. So yeah, Vettel is ahead of me, so yeah, P4. Hamilton is behind me, stuck in P6, so this again can be a great chance for Rosberg. And then this happened. Sainz, Bottas, I think. Yeah, the cops not the best place to go racing. Luckily no one collected them, so... And then Hamilton and Kimi. This is huge, especially as Park's line and everything, especially as Rosberg is leading the race.
Conditions should remain dry. We will keep you informed of any changes to the weather.
Ricardo was fast in the late stage. I was trying to hold on to P4, but yeah, it's very hard to keep him behind. I think P5 would have been even harder if Hamilton was in the race, but yeah. And Kimi was still in the race. Sorry, not from my phone. Kimi was still in the race, but yeah. Not that far ahead. So yeah, we finished P4, yeah. I can't believe it actually.
Well done, good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
Brilliant stuff from Mercedes today. That's another historic win. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
So as I say that, we can see the drivers coming out now to collect their trophies. It's yet more silverware to take back to their base in Brackley after another excellent Grand Prix. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Well, the lead at the top has come down after a poor result for our points leader. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
It's a tough one, Crofty, but on balance, I think I'd go for Nico Rosberg. Quality stuff from start to finish.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. It was a tough race for our championship leaders who lose ground at the top of the table. It was great having you with us for this weekend. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Until next time though, goodbye.
best on qualifying track. I was struggling in practice a lot, but for some reason I think I go in practice very early and the track is green. I think this game is very dramatic when the track is green or optimal. So yeah, here it was very optimal. I gained just grip everywhere. It wasn't as bad as I expected. I was struggling to get like P18 in practice maybe. And already first run, low fuel. I'm up there I think. Maybe top 10. So now I dropped because of better laps. I pushed again for an even better lap. I knew where I could gain, especially in the braking. Removed a bit of front wing, more tighter lines I guess in the first sector. It's not shorter. I mean you can drive a short corner, but it's more important to be tight on the lines. Actually, I benefit a lot from tight lines. I always, my instinct is to go tight lines. But you have to mix short corners and tight lines to be fast, I guess. Formula games. Yeah, here I'm going very tight line. The curb was rideable, I didn't knew it till here. I tried it out here, so yeah, tight line here at the end. Yeah, with tight line you can save a lot of tires, so it's very good to try. And yeah, P8, I'm happy. Couldn't expect more.
The grid is all set then for the race tomorrow. But before we go, let's quickly remind ourselves of our top three, who are Verstappen, Ricciardo and Sebastian. Some astonishing Grand Prix here over the years, haven't we? The drama of 2015 is a recent example. Jenson Button's first win on a wet track in 2006, or in 1997, Damon Hill's heartbreak in the Arrows after a late gearbox failure cost him what would have been the team's only ever victory. What a wonderful place this is to come racing today. Located 12 miles northeast of the Hungarian capital Budapest, the 14 corners of the Hungaroring are steeped in history and prestige. Overtaking has always been difficult on this technical 2.7-mile circuit, but the last few years in particular have turned up some exceptional races. Let's hope we're in for another one here today. With me to enjoy it all is Anthony Davidson, a man who made his Grand Prix debut here with Minardi back in 2002. So, Ant, this is a bit of a special one for you, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I'd say so. I also stood in to commentate on Jenson's win in 2006, and as I was a test driver for Honda at the time, you can imagine that was quite an emotional Grand Prix. It's also a tough circuit on the drivers, this one too. Lots of long, slow corners that require a lot of patience from inside the car. Plus, it's a very downforce-heavy circuit. I mean, it's all relative, of course, but if you're lacking a bit in downforce, or if you've got a bit of an imbalance in the setup, this is definitely one of the worst places to have to deal with that.
Okay, the run into turn 1 isn't too long, so the pack will be bunched up. Take care.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position, with Daniel Ricciardo slotting in alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Raikkonen, Nico Rosberg, and Hamilton, Manor, Sainz, Wehrlein, and Jenson Button, Hülkenberg, Massa, Sergio Perez, and Alonso, Bottas, Grosjean, Daniel Kvyat, and Jolyon Palmer, Gutierrez, and Magnussen. Felipe Nasser and Marcus Ericsson rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Or 5 lights, and let's go. A bit of a bad first phase, but I started in second gear, moving between the Mercedes. Are we go? Ooh.
Are you okay? That was a big one. Confirm you're okay, please.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that was very dirty for me. At least I will receive the Rosberg paycheck. and max paycheck after this, but yeah, this was totally a rookie mistake.
So, another fantastic victory for the Silver Arrows. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
It's a heroic effort for any driver to race in conditions like these, and seeing them fight their way to the front was very special indeed. They were able to find all the grip, all the good lines, and have the confidence to get on the power to top it all off. That's what pushed them into first place here today.
And here are our podium drivers today after that excellent race. They've excelled here, as they so often do, and it's a well-deserved victory. Mercedes, then, are on top today. And now let's take a look at the drivers' standings. Well, the gap at the top of the championship has been cut down after a difficult race today for our championship leader. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
That's got to be the Flying Finn. Wait, how many Flying Fins have we had now? Anyway, I'm talking about Bottas this time. Just great raw speed, and a good job in traffic as well.
On to the constructors then. We saw a dip in form from the championship leaders today. Their lead has taken a significant blow. Well, what a weekend that
So
has
2
been.
points
Please join us
separate the
next
top
time
3 in
for
the
another thrilling
championship.
installment of this Formula
Rosberg
One
returned
season.
because of the bad luck for Hamilton. Yeah, this season is very exciting so far, I think. Yeah, we're back in Hockenheim, one of the best tracks. It's actually in this game, I don't know why something didn't gel with me. I didn't practice at all. I thought I was gonna be fast from the get-go, but yeah, the setup with this car, it didn't gel. It should be similar to Silverstone, I think, without the heavy brake in the first sector, but it's usually fast technical corners, so yeah, well, let's see. Fucking Pascal, man. He blocked me here, I couldn't improve at all. You must go as wide as possible there, but yeah, he blocked me. Bitter guy.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Nico Rosberg will start his Silver Arrow from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Verstappen, Kimi Raikkonen, and Vettel, Massa, Bottas, Manor, and Daniel Kvyat, Perez, Wehrlein, Nico Hülkenberg, and Sainz, Grosjean, Alonso, Marcus Ericsson, and Kevin Magnussen, Gutierrez, and Nasser, Jenson Button, and Jolyon Palmer rounds off the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
2, 3, 4, 5. And we go. Horrible start, probably one of my worst starts. But yeah, the second phase again, when I stabilize the tires, I get a decent traction, even when it starts. I feel like with the F1 games, it's either, oh, that's I think, Kvyat out here. Crashed into the Williams. What I was trying to say is, I notice a pattern, like F1 21 you have great starts, 22 you have horrible starts, 23 you have great starts. 2015 I had horrible starts. 2016 I have amazing starts. What was the other? 2012 amazing starts. 2013 bad starts. 2011. 2019 also bad starts. So yeah, so I think the teams that correlate, I think, change the fundamentals. So, yeah, it's interesting. In this game it's almost impossible, you know, to have a horrible start for some reason. And even in the older ones, because you have a lot of traction and automatic helps with start. So yeah. I pit at lap 8 from P1, actually I stayed out a lot, and this is gonna bite me in the ass, I think. I fell back a lot, tried to overtake the Williams. I was actually faster, but yeah, he hit me fucking here, and yeah, game over. I lost touch to the top. It's not visible from this angle, but yeah, he definitely hit me. And you know, I didn't wanna replay. I do legit. I don't wanna to replace really. So yeah, basically it was all for P10 now. I was so angry, the Force Indias were faster. I was driving like mad. Almost took them out. But yeah, P12, I just didn't want Verline to overtake me and did this drift. It was like a Tokyo drift type corner. I didn't have pace at all, grip at all, so I was just drifting for fun.
Shame about the result, but I know you gave it everything. We'll come back stronger next time.
Yeah, P12. Probably the worst race in a while, I'd say. I mean, Hungary was
Brilliant
bad,
stuff
but
from Mercedes today. That's
I didn't
another
even make it
historic
to
win.
turn 1, so yeah.
Tell me, Ant, what was the key to this success?
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looked so comfortable out there.
Well, I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of that race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up there, and it's great to see them make their way out onto the podium. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how
So
things
yeah,
look
Lewis
in the
takes the
drivers'
lead
table.
again.
It's a good result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the
It's
top of the
pretty
table.
tight still.
Moving on to
Max
the
is
driver
still
of the day
P2.
then. Anthony Davidson,
he
who
gains
would you
P2.
go for?
I'm going to say Carlos Sainz. He was
Yeah,
probably one
I
of his
don't. I
best
have no
drives
idea
this
who will
season, and
win
I
this
was thoroughly
season.
impressed.
Drop in the
And now
comments
let's take a
your
look at the
predictions.
constructors'
Even top
standings.
6,
Mercedes have
55
extended
points.
their
Everything
lead
is
at the top
possible.
of the standings. There'll be plenty more twists and turns to come
Definitely
this
not me,
season.
but
I hope you can
I
join us
mean,
at the next race to see just who
if I
will come out on
had a
top.
podium in Hungary, who knows? But yeah, I think next season we will have a fight for the title. I think next or the third season probably. So yeah, see you in the next one.